look at that.
That is hot butter cider Carole enhancer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cheers, everyone.
To you.
Smells good. I went down on my voice.
Yeah, it does
Smells
smell.
good.
Yes. Yeah. To answer your question, yes,
Smells
it does smell
good.
good. Yes. To answer your question, it does smell good.
I wasn't asking.
All right, let's not get into panic mode. Let's not make a big deal out of this.
Oh, yeah.
La 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 la. Yeah.
I feel it.
Yeah.
I feel it.
Here it comes.
Rocking around
There it is.
Christmas tree at the Christmas party.
Welcome to the Calvin Dean Show. My name is Calvin Dean. We have week 15 upon us. Week 14 was just amazing. Once again, the Calvin Dean Show is just knocking it out of the park, guys. I mean, Sunday Night Football, okay? You have all the analysts before the game. I mean, you know, it's all show, guys, for number one. It's all show. These guys, they're ex-football players or whomever, and they just don't get it. No, they just don't get how to pick games. They're all, oh, Miami's going to win. It's Miami. They all had Miami. What did the Calvin Dean Show? We had the Chargers. And you know the reason why? Because we know what we're doing. We're not there for show. We're not going to just say, oh, we just go with the crowd or anything like that. No. We are 11-2. 11-2 for our picks on week 14. Week 13, 12-2-1. 85.16%. That's where we're averaging in the last 2 weeks, 85.16%. It's easy stuff, guys. Easy stuff. I just don't get it. I don't see how all these analysts are going, oh, Miami's going to win. Come on, man. Really? Don't listen to them. If you're going to listen to who's going to actually win the game, listen to this show, and then turn on Sunday Night Football or Monday Night Football and then enjoy the game. Okay, let's get into it. We got some injury reports. Deebo Samuels went down. He has a sprained MCL and a sprained ankle. Whew, boy, that's a big relief for the San Francisco 49ers. They're even saying that he's going to be back in the regular season because they're going to make the playoffs. I mean, Purdy's playing great football. He got hurt. He has got the little rib thing going on, but he's going to play in this Thursday night. He'll be playing. Purdy will be playing out of his mind too. I'm telling you something. That offense is just clicking on all cylinders, and that defense, wow, he made the Tampa Bay Bucks look stupid. I mean, poor Tom Brady. My buddy Dean, who owns the show Mixed Cocktail Hour, excellent show, by the way. You gotta tune into that show. He texts me during the show. He's like, I bet you Tom Brady wishes he would have stayed retired. He would have had a wife. He would have been enjoying himself. He had the greatest season ever in 2021. 50 some odd thousand yards, 5,000 some odd yards. He was really the MVP in 2021, not Aaron Rodgers. There's a reason why I'm wearing Kyler Murray's jersey and the hat, Arizona Cardinals hat. And I mean, I feel so sorry for the Arizona Cardinals. Kyler went down Monday Night Football and he tore his ACL. I know that here it is Tuesday, and I know for a fact, guys, that Kyler Murray tore his ACL. He's out for the season. It was a non-contact injury. Unlucky for the Cards, guys. Unlucky for the Cards, man, because just think of it. He tore his ACL. It is now December. It takes around over a year, just a little over a year, for a ACL to heal. And the way he plays, he runs out of the pocket. He's going to need all that need to be incredibly safe. And if you're thinking about it, think about this. That means the Cards won't be available. He won't be available to the Cardinals until late December. That's like week 16 of next year. I feel so sorry for Kyler. We have week 15 coming your way right now. We have, oh my God, Thursday night football. Wow. We have Thursday night football. We have the San Francisco 49ers going up to Seattle. Seattle just getting beat by Carolina. Wow. I mean, just there, that just showed. Wait until, if Seattle thought that Carolina's defense was tough and they played them really, really tough, they played that high-flying offense really tough, wait until they meet the San Francisco 49ers. Wow. I mean, they don't have, they don't have Walker, right? Their offensive line is suspect of the Seattle Seahawks. I mean, I'm sorry, guys. This San Francisco team, Purdy, and I know Deebo Samuels went down. They have McCaffrey. They have Ayuk. They have so many weapons. Kittle. I could go on and on and on. That team just steps up all the time. Yeah, they will miss Deebo Samuels for a few games, but that offense is really clicking on all cylinders. The Seattle Seahawks, they do have the 12th man in Seattle, that's for sure. That 12th man is definitely something to behold. It's really tough to play in Seattle. Tough. 12th man, that the crowd is so loud in that stadium. But they're playing the San Francisco 49ers. Wow. San Francisco 49ers, man. I mean, they're rocking, guys. Rocking. I'm giving this up too. Ready? Thursday night football, giving this up to the San Francisco 49ers. Next game, we have the Indianapolis Colts, guys. Indianapolis Colts limping into the Vikings. The Indianapolis Colts are just pathetic. The Vikings getting beat by the Detroit Lions, guys. Detroit Lions, they got beat by them. And, the Indianapolis Colts, I have no idea who's going to show up in that game. Minnesota smarting from their loss in Detroit. This is going to be an interesting game. The Colts are always surprising. They're They're another Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde type of team. I mean, they just are, And the thing of it is that you gotta look at scoreboard, guys. Scoreboard, the Vikings, they're going to win this game, win the division. I'm going to give this game up to the Minnesota Vikings over the Indianapolis Colts in Minnesota. This is the time where Minnesota takes the division and give it up to the Minnesota Vikings. We have the next game. We have the Baltimore Ravens. Wow. Baltimore Ravens going into the Cleveland Browns. This is going to be a tough game, guys. This is going to be Deshaun Watson. This is his third game off of coming back. And he looked good. He looked a lot better than he did, the first game. Okay, and that was a little rust. This last game, he played better. And this is going to be a tough game. This is going to be a tough game for the Ravens, guys. This is going to be a really, really tough game for the Ravens. The Cleveland Browns are in Cleveland. The weather's going to be nasty. And, they're without Lamar Jackson. They're even talking about, Tyler Huntley. He might not be playing. So that's going to be. But then they have the running game. I mean, I'm telling you, Andrews, where has he been lately? I don't know. I don't know if what they're doing at Baltimore. This is going to be a tough game. They won ugly this last game. I think that the Cleveland Browns are going to pull this out against the Baltimore Ravens, and I'm giving this on up to the Cleveland Browns over the Baltimore Ravens in Cleveland. The next game, we have the Miami Dolphins going into Buffalo. Yeah. Did you see Buffalo's weather last week? Wow. It was just snowy, rainy, nasty weather. And it's going to be rainy, snowy, nasty weather again. Miami Dolphins on a 2-game losing streak because of their left tackle guys, get with it. Listen to the Calvin Dean show. I know what I'm talking about. All right. Tua's not going to bring them to the Super Bowl. He's not going to bring them to the Super Bowl. Miami Dolphin fans, not going to bring Tua will not bring your team to a Super Bowl, period. It's not going to happen, guys. Not going to happen. And they're going into Buffalo. They're limping going into Buffalo. And Tua is just smarting. He's been knocked around because the offensive line cannot, stop anyone. And the Buffalo Bills are playing at home. Think about it. They're tough. They're rugged. They love the snow and all that grit and grime. Whoa, gosh. Miami lose this game. This is going to be our third game in a row. Give this one up to the Buffalo Bills in Buffalo, snowy Buffalo, over the Miami Dolphins. Miami, you're going to have, this is your third game in a row you're losing. Wow. We have the next game. We have the Atlanta Falcons going into the New Orleans Saints. Saints defense is just amazing, right? The Falcons, you never know who's going to show up. Who's going to show up? They're Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde type of team. They just are. I just don't. I'm not a big fan of those kind of teams. They're like a few players away from maybe making the playoff. You know what I mean? And I just don't see the Falcons. And the New Orleans Saints is another team, guys. The New Orleans Saints is just as bad. I mean, who's going to start Andy Dalton? This is in New Orleans. The Falcons are coming in. They can run the ball. They can't really pass the ball. Like I said, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, Falcons coming into the Saints. I'm giving this one up to the New Orleans Saints. This is a pretty easy one. New Orleans Saints over the Falcons. The next game we have the Steelers coming into Carolina, playing the Carolina Panthers. Carolina Panthers beating the Seattle Seahawks in Seattle last week. Amazing. Once again, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde team playing out of their minds, playing a very red-hot Seattle Seahawks team and beating them in Seattle, guys, in Seattle. And then the Pittsburgh Steelers hosting the Ravens. My nephew Casey texts me and goes, last time I'll bet on the Pittsburgh Steelers. It was like 1.5 points they were giving out, and they won by 2. The Ravens, the Ravens are, they're that one of those teams, win ugly team, but they win, right? And we have the Pittsburgh Steelers looking pretty good. I mean, they held the Ravens. The Ravens offense without Lamar Jackson doesn't look like the Ravens, So, and then the Steelers coming into Carolina. Carolina really playing well. And, they continue to play well. Played well up in Seattle. They're playing at home against the Steelers. I'm going to give this one up to the Carolina Panthers at home. Panthers, hopefully the real Carolina Panther team will somehow rise up and win. Giving this one up to the Carolina Panthers at home. Next game, we have the Philadelphia Eagles going into Chicago, Chi-Town. Wow, Chi-Town. Now, trust me, they're playing Justin Fields. Justin Fields and Jalen Hurts. It's going to be this show of quarterbacks running. Jalen Hurts running. Fields running. I can't wait until a defense actually listens to Calvin Dean, the defensive coordinator. I have a way to stop Jalen Hurts. I just do. He wants to run, right? So he's a runner, and he runs. He runs out of the pocket. I don't understand why the defenses aren't blowing him up. I don't care if he's sliding or whatever. They're not blowing him up or running out of bounds. Make sure he doesn't want to run again. Blow him up, take the penalty, take the personal, the penalty, take the 15 yards, but blow him up. Just do it, guys. Stop just letting him run. I just don't get it. I don't get it at all. Take a couple personal foul penalties and blow him up so he doesn't want to run against your defense. If you do that, you will beat Jalen Hurts, period. He's not that good of a quarterback when it comes to passing. He just isn't. He isn't that good of a quarterback. He has a lot of time in the pocket because his offensive line is really good. And he throws some good balls sometimes, but he's not a Josh Allen. He's not a Patrick Mahomes. He just isn't a Joe Burrow. He isn't a Aaron Rodgers. He's not a Tom Brady. When it comes to passing, he just isn't that type of quarterback. He just isn't. He's like a Lamar Jackson type, a little bit bigger than Lamar, and he's more physical, but let's get physical with him. Why don't we get physical with him? I don't understand that. They're going into Chicago. I just need a team I want to see a team blow them up. That's all I want to do. If you do, you'll win. But if you don't, you'll just let them win, And of course, they'll let them run, and and of course, Philadelphia's going to beat Chicago. Give it up to Philadelphia over Chicago Bears. We have the next game. We have the Kansas City Chiefs going into the Houston Texans. Houston Texans played the Dallas Cowboys really tough, guys. Really, they almost beat them. In Texas, too. In Texas. I mean, it took a last-minute drive for the Dallas Cowboys to beat the Houston Texans. The one-win Houston Texans. Yes, the one-win Houston Texans, guys. Think about that one. You have the Kansas City Chiefs going into Houston. The Kansas City Chiefs, they're playing good ball. I mean, look at this last week. Kansas City Chiefs beat a really good defense in Denver Broncos this last week. They did, 34-28. Wow. And their offense is clicking. The Kansas City Chiefs offense is clicking, but their defense is, they gave up 28 points to the Denver Broncos, guys. Denver Broncos have been barely scoring 17 points a game. And they scored 28 points against the Chiefs. Boy, if I was Andy Reid, I'd be incredibly in trouble. I'd be very, very, very worried what was going on in that row. That's for sure. But they are going into the Houston. My lock of the week is the Kansas City Chiefs over the Houston Texans in Houston. Give it up to the Kansas City Chiefs. Our next game, we have the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas Cowboys going into the Jacksonville Jags. Man, the Jacksonville Jags. Wow. Man, does Trevor Lawrence look great or what? He played out of his mind against Tennessee. Passer rating off the charts. And they're really playing good football, and they're in Jacksonville. You know what, this is going to be tricky. The Dallas Cowboys are just playing out of their minds. They've been scoring 50 points, 48 points. Just wow. Dallas looks really, really, really good. The Jacksonville Jags. Come on, guys. Jacksonville Jags. This is going to be a fun one. Guys, hear me out. Upset specials. I smell one. Do we smell it? I smell it. I smell an upset special. I do. Oh my God. The Jacksonville Jags. Yes. This is going to be my upset special in Jacksonville. Trevor Lawrence is going to beat the Dallas Cowboys. Yes. Upset special of week 15. Give it up to the Jacksonville Jags over the Dallas Cowboys. We have the next game. We have the Detroit Lions going into New York, playing the New York Jets. Wow. Now, this is going to be exciting. The Detroit Lions, 5 out of 6 games they've won. The last 6 games have won 5. They look so good. Jared Goff going off again last week. Over 300 yards, 120 passer rating. I mean, and just Penei Sewell, the tackle that they took in the draft. They had him going out for a pass. It was great. They needed to get a first down to ice the game. And what do? They send the tackle, Penei Sewell, out for a pass. And Penei grabs it. He caught the ball with his hands. A tackle, guys. They're just having so much fun in Detroit. I just love it. I love the. I mean, my family is just going nuts. Detroit Lion fans, man, they are for real. And the Jets getting beat by Buffalo, I think the Jets are exposed. But this is going to be a tough one. This is going to be a really, really hard-fought game. The Jets' defense is so good. And the Detroit Lions' offense is so good. This is going to be exciting, guys. This is going to be an exciting game. You don't know who's going to start as a quarterback for the Jets. That's their Achilles heel right now, is the quarterback. Is it White? Is it Flacco? Are they going to bring back Zach Wilson? Who's gonna play? And that defense is just so good. But I'm telling you something. The offensive line of the Detroit Lions is really good, guys. They have 3 top number 1 picks on the offensive line, and they are playing out of their minds, guys. Out of their minds. This is going to be a fun game to watch. New York Jets at home playing the Detroit Lions. Detroit Lions are on a roll, guys. They're going to roll. They're even going to roll more. They're going to beat the New York Jets in New York. Yes, give it up to the Detroit Lions over the New York Jets. We have the next game. We have the Arizona Cardinals losing Kyler Murray it's just terrible, man. Losing him with a torn ACL for the season. Once again, like I said in the beginning of the show, it's going to be until late December next year until Kyler comes back from this injury. So who are they going to pick to be a quarterback until then? I mean, I don't know. They're going to have to get someone, because Cole is just not it, and I feel so sorry for that team. 4-9, all that talent, 4-9. Are they going to be able to keep everyone? Are they going to be able to keep D-Hop? Are they going to be able to keep all the components? And of course they're going to get better because of the draft, because of their record. But what's going to happen? And the thing of it is, what you have to realize is that all that money that went to Kyler, guaranteed money, guys. Guaranteed money too. They're going to have to restructure everyone, and they're going to have to get rid of some people. Man, I feel sorry. Is it going to be a rebuilding year? Are they going to get rid of Cliff Kingsbury? They're going to give him one more season? Oh my God, what a season it's going to be for the Arizona Cardinals next year. Wow. They're 4-9 now. Think about it. They're going to be without Kyler Murray for probably 15, 16 games next year. Wow. Well, that's something to think about. And here we are. They're limping into the Denver Broncos, and the Denver Broncos is going to be at home. They're going to be at home. They just scored 28 points against the Kansas City Chiefs. And their defense is just stout. Kansas City rolled on them for 34 points. That was not a typical Denver Bronco defense, but they're playing the Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes, come on now. This is going to be an ugly game for the Arizona Cardinals. Very, very ugly game. I'm giving this one up to the Denver Broncos in Denver over the Cardinals. We have the next game. We have the Patriots just beating the Cardinals Monday Night Football, and they're going into Las Vegas. They're playing the Las Vegas Raiders, and this is going to be an interesting game. Will the Raiders, before their loss against the Rams last Thursday night, will they have any type of reservations? Will they be quitting, or are they going to go in and try to win this game? That's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. The Patriots are just not that good of an offensive team. But you can tell, look at all the people hurt on the Patriots this last Monday night. I mean, a slew of people got hurt, guys. Stevenson went down, and then all these other backs were, they're, just stepping up, man. All these other backs are just stepping up, guys. Stepping up. It's just, you just can't keep going to the well and getting these people. You just can't do that, guys. And the Raiders are just smarting from that loss. Baker Mayfield last second heroics. And what about that? Think about that. That really pissed me off. Who called that defense? And even Baker Mayfield said, I was surprised that they went to man like that. They weren't playing deep zone with 15 seconds left. He was even surprised that they were playing like that. He saw it. He said, whoa, I'm going for it. Van Jefferson touchdown. The Rams win. And that loss was the Raiders defensive coordinator. Give it up to the defensive coordinator on that loss to the Rams. They should have never lost that game. Never lost that game. But they did. Give it up to Baker Mayfield, that's for sure. We have the Patriots coming into the Vegas Raiders, and I just don't see the Pats that talented to actually keep up with the offense of the Raiders. I'm giving this one up to the Las Vegas Raiders in Las Vegas. And we have the next game. We have the Titans coming into SoFi Stadium and playing the Chargers. The Chargers just beating Miami. Awesome game. The Chargers defense is going to be suspect to King Henry. Can they stop King Henry? I think they can. I think the Chargers defense will stop them. This is going to be it's going to be a fun game. It might be now if the Chargers play the Tennessee way and they just pound and let the Tennessee Titans just keep handing it off to King Henry, then the Tennessee Titans will win. But that's not going to happen, guys. Not going to happen. And the Chargers, Hebert is back. They have Williams is back. Keenan Allen is back. They have so many weapons. Everett. I could go on and on. The weapons they have, and now Hebert looks great. He is slinging the ball. Did you see that pass? Oh my God, the Keenan Allen on out. He threaded the needle. The defensive player was all over Keenan Allen. He put it. He zipped it in. And Keenan Allen points right to him, and Hebert points right to him. And he's like, dude, I have never seen a pass like that ever. I've been playing in the NFL for years. Keenan Allen's like, I've been playing in the NFL for years. I've never seen a pass like that. Awesome. Hebert. Awesome. Okay, so we're in SoFi Stadium. We're playing the Titans. I'm giving this up to the Los Angeles Chargers to beat the Titans in Los Angeles. The next game, we have the Bengals coming into Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay just getting beat by the San Francisco 49ers, looking stupid. Stupid bad. Tampa Bay just, they met like a buzzsaw in a defense. A buzzsaw, guys. A buzzsaw. And Tom Brady, poor Tom Brady, man. I felt so sorry for him. But, they're playing the Bengals. The Cincinnati Bengals coming into Tampa Bay. I mean, Cincinnati is just rocking the Casbah, I mean, Jamar Chase, I mean, just great. Higgins, Boyd, I could go on. Pirine, on and on and on. And that defense is a really good defense. They get to the quarterback, and man, did they get to the quarterback, the San Francisco 49ers against the Tampa Bay Bucks. Now, this is going to be an interesting game. I just see that the Cincinnati Bengals is a better team. They just are a better team. To poor Tom Brady, I'm a Tom Brady fan. I always have been. But, Tommy, you should have retired. You should have retired. You should have retired. I'm giving this one up to the Cincinnati Bengals in Tampa Bay, giving it up to the Bengals. Which game is Sunday Night Football? Sunday Night Football, we have the New York Football Giants going into the Washington Commanders, playing Washington at home, and the Giants just getting humiliated by the Dallas Cowboys. It's humiliation plus, guys, humiliation plus, and I just can't. I don't get it. And the Giants, they're going to end up losing this year. They'll end up at 8-9. I guarantee you, the Giants will end up 8-9. They're being exposed. They don't. That wide receiver room. Who is in that wide receiver room? Slayton. They have no. Saquon Barkley. He has been terrible as of late. The offensive line has been terrible, and poor Jones, man. He's running for his life again. This is going to be an ugly game. And, Chase Young, he's back for the Commanders. The Commanders' defense looks good. They have Heineke just playing out of his mind. I love Heineke. I love that kid. I'm telling you something. I'm giving this Sunday Night Football game up to the Washington Commanders to beat the New York Football Giants in Washington. The last game, I have the Rams. The Rams going into Green Bay. Baker Mayfield Rams, right? Winning a last-second heroic pass by Baker against the Las Vegas Raiders in the press coverage. I just don't get the press coverage. 15 seconds left. Why aren't you playing zone? They have to score a touchdown to win. Come on, guys. Really? I'd fire the defensive coordinator if I was the Las Vegas Raider owner. He'd be gone in a second after that blunder. That just took them right out of the playoff hunt. But this game, the Rams won't be as lucky. You have the Packers coming off of a bye. Aaron Rodgers, he needed that bye because he has broken thumb. Everything else going on with Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Jones, they're all just licking their wounds. They're coming back. They have Watson deep. And they're in Green Bay. It's going to be nasty football weather in Green Bay. I mean, they're expecting it in the teens. Might even be 8 degrees, snowy weather. Yeah, the Los Angeles Rams are going to go, huh? Baker Mayfield he's used to playing in that kind of conditions. He's been playing in Cleveland, the nasty weather. So he's used to it. A lot of other guys on the team aren't used to it. But the Packers, of course, have been playing that way for years. Aaron Rodgers coming back. This game is going to be, yes, giving it up to, ready? the Green Bay Packers over the Los Angeles Rams in Green Bay. What a week 15. Once again, give it up to Mixed Cocktail Hour.
3.
Welcome.
Yeah, where's Tammy?